So we are excited to be back, not just for another interview with Voice for Her, but we're in person.
Yeah.
And I could not just be sitting in person with just any and everybody, but I am sitting in person with Lady LaShay Timmons of Triumphant Pentecostal in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Hey, girl. All right, so we're just gonna jump in because
Yeah.
we're just gonna jump in because this is a conversation just waiting to happen anyway. Um, Lady LaShay and I have known each other
Forever.
Yeah, that's a great way to
That's what
sum
it
it up.
feels like.
Forever. One of the reasons why I wanted you to be the first in person is because actually, if I'm not mistaken, we became ministers' wives in the same year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, we became ministers' wives in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think my husband did his like in June, and Pastor Timmons was here. Shout out to Pastor Timmons and Pastor Coker. But he was there. Then we turned around. He did his.
Mm-hmm.
We were there.
Yeah.
I think every big moment that we have had, we've been there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the initial sermon, our first service when my husband founded Life Flow Kingdom Ministries.
Yep.
They were there, like they're in all the pictures. When we moved our location, they were there. Installation service, affirmation service, they have been there.
Yeah.
So to be able to be in person,
right,
it's letting y'all in on conversation that we have anyway. anyway. Speaking of anniversaries, they are there. We were just with them yesterday evening, y'all, for their 5th.
Yeah, 5 years.
5. How does it feel?
Oh my God. It doesn't feel like 5 years. I will say that because it feels like it's went by so fast there. Sometimes it feels like it's been longer, you know.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. Right. So I'm gonna backtrack, sorry, because I told y'all. We're gonna jump in, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we forgot. Let me pull y'all back into this conversation. Yeah. So, introduce yourself.
Okay, so I am LaShay Timmons, Lady LaShay Timmons. I of Triumphant Pentecostal Church in Mount Airy, North Carolina, and I am mother, wife. Well, let's start with wife, mother, and then I am currently in school. Working. Look, I'm doing it all right now. Fashionista.
Bible babe.
Yes, bosses, baby. Bible. I love, all that.
We're talking about all of that.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes,
so not only is we hear the cliche, not only is a person beauty and brains, but honey, she know the word too. And one thing, and we titled this interview Apostolic Lady because you're born and raised apostolic.
Oh, that's all I know. Yep. Born and raised. I mean, old school apostolic.
Can we talk? Let's talk about old school apostolic. What that looked like for you.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It was skirts, and
and we got on pants.
Oh yeah, we do. We got evolved.
We got on good jeans today.
But it was skirts. I mean, movie theaters. I mean, you name it. It was hardcore. Yeah, apostolic. And just thinking back, because I was just talking about this with somebody. Like, we can look back at that and I realize now that I needed that then. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even know if I did not have that upbringing, would I be saved now? Like I thank God for like. I mean, it has its like downfalls. You're like, oh my God, we had to go through this.
Like
it was so hard. Yeah, it was so
scared.
Yeah. I mean, when I tell you, I was 8 years old. I was baptized. 10 years old, I had the Holy Ghost. I was tarrying around the altar. I knew, I was learning Acts 2:38, like memorizing that thing. That's how I grew up. So. Yeah. I mean, I look back at it, it's like, okay, that was hard. But now I'm like, children these days, they
it's different.
It's different.
Yeah.
They don't know. They didn't have to go through what we had to go through.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Apostolics.
Yeah.
I was apostolic for a little while.
Yeah.
Kind of came back.
Yeah.
But totally understand the no makeup, no jewelry,
Nothing.
no skirts. No pants.
Still don't have my ears pierced to this day.
Really?
No.
I didn't know that. I did not know that. No. Wow. Okay, so in you not getting your ears pierced and you having a daughter,
yeah,
will she be getting her ears pierced?
Now I did do that to her.
Okay.
I let her initially when she was younger. I did get her ears pierced. So okay. This is when we moving on out. We've evolved. And so, but now she doesn't wear like her ears. I let them. They closed up, so she doesn't wear them. But I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Let me say that. If she gets up age and she wants to wear them, girl, what you got?
And wear your earrings.
Wear your earrings. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna jump all around. Being apostolic and a female. Fast forward to not just childhood but teen years. Did you see a lot of like women leading? And in what capacity did you see them leading?
I did not see them leading. In church where I grew up, we didn't get in the pulpit. We could not even, when it was cleaning, we couldn't walk in the pulpit. We didn't pray. I don't even know if we opened up service most of the times. It was a lot. We didn't do it. We kept quiet in the church.
Gotcha.
We didn't do a lot in church.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Which is not uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah. It's not. I've learned over the years now, and because we were apostolic, I just thought it was only apostolic, but I have learned that there were even some Baptist churches that were conservative.
Really?
That you did not wear pants.
Wow.
Or some Baptist churches that you did not you didn't wear pants, and women, if they did speak, it was on Women's Day, but they didn't sit in the pulpit. They didn't speak from the pulpit. And so as I get a little bit older and start to interact with different pastors' wives and hear their experiences, like I'm talking about one of our sisters, I ain't gonna say her name because we cover her. But there was a thing where in a traditional church that wasn't apostolic that they didn't want the pastor's wife sitting in the pulpit in 2023. In 2020, I think it was 2023. No, it was 2024. Wow. This year. Yeah, earlier this year. So it's not, it was common for us to sit in apostolic church, but not necessarily in anybody else's church.
Right.
So with that being said, let's talk about how do you go from not being outward in church as a woman to now having your own Bible study group for women.
Yeah.
That you are teaching, you and your sister are teaching.
Yeah.
Had to meet you. Girl. Bosses, babes, and Bibles.
Yes. First, I'm going to tell you how it started because we were at a women's conference. It was the last, what was it called? Woman That I Lose conference.
Gotcha.
And it was in Atlanta. And it was like, we were there. And when we left there, we left so empowered. So it was like, I feel like I should be doing something. I should be doing more than what I'm doing now. Like, I have so much to offer. Like, I want to do something. Not to that capacity, but to do something like what can I give to the women? And then me and my sister, as soon as I reached out to her, she's like, "Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. What can we do?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "Let's what's different? What is not? What have we not seen and offered in this community? Like, for us Black women, specifically." And she was like, "I said, let's do a Bible study." She's like, "That's a good idea."
Yeah.
And then so. Mind you, going back to the apostolic, it's hard coming from not seeing anything to, okay, now I'm at a platform where I have to open up my mouth and talk.
Yeah.
And that's even in church. Period. As a first lady, like just having to step out of that. Okay, let me train my way of thinking. That was then, and this is now.
Yeah.
So going back to that, we decided to. That's how Bosses, Babes, and Bibles evolved. So we was like, let's do it. We didn't get backlash really from it.
That's good.
But I could tell it was a little hesitation.
Okay.
You know, people was like, what we about to walk into, you know?
What is this gonna be?
Yeah, y'all about to preach, you know. So they still got this.
Yeah.
But I wanted, and even our stance, the way we came into it was like, let's make it so it's not a competition. It's not nobody, you know, who knows the word the most. It's more or less like we're learning from each other. We're not teaching. We're just a conversation. We're just going to talk. Let's talk about, you know, just walk through the word together. And that was our purpose in the entire thing, because we hear Bible stories all the time, but what have we not heard? And I'm a stickler about like just revelation. What haven't I heard before? We heard about the one with the issue, but what about that have we not, you know, dug into before? Like what didn't we know about the one with issue blood? Like just talking that stuff, it just interests me. So that's where we went with that. So it's like let's do it, and it grew. We had like the first meeting was like blew our mind. People came out and they want to learn, and it makes you feel good because people like, okay, God, is this something that I know this is something you want us to do? But when people start coming and they say, and you get the feedback, it's like, okay, I'm doing the right thing.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Absolutely. It's like, okay, I got that confirmation, which is going to give me more confidence to keep going.
Exactly.
So understand. I think I was at the first one.
Yeah, you were.
I was at the first one, and I was so excited because I was like, this is different. And anybody who know me, I'm the baby of the family. I don't like sharing. And she's like, invite your ladies, invite your family, your mama, your sisters. I'm like,
I know this is my own thing.
No, this is mine. This is I deemed those Mondays as self-care.
Right.
And I was like, I get to come in here and just sit and be like, oh my God, listening to women just expound on God's word about women.
Exactly.
And I think the first one that we did was it wasn't the bent over woman.
It may have been the one with the issue blood. I want to say
the woman with the issue of blood, and then the second time it was the bent over woman.
Yeah,
y'all, that woman with the issue of blood for me. Being in church all your life, like you said, getting a revelation of it that you hadn't seen pulled out, because we always hear about like touching the hem of his garment, her faith. Even on Sunday, my husband was talking about like she took the chance because she wasn't supposed to be out here. She was unclean. I'm like, her just breaking laws and stuff. Breaking laws to get it done.
Do what you gotta do.
You know, but fast forward, we still talking about sis.
Exactly.
The thing that stood out to me the most and created a whole movement for me was the fact that just zeroing in on her not having a name. And
so many women in the Bible that made a difference. They didn't have a name.
They didn't have a name.
Right. So I think we expounded on that. It's like I think it was put like that. It was placed like that in the Bible. So when you look back, it was placed for you. So you insert your name in that place. You know what I'm saying? And I think we talked about that in the session, but
we did, and it was so good.
Oh my God, it was so good.
A whole thing for me. But the other part of it was, and I get a lot of backlash. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I get backlash, especially from some of my sisters. She don't do it to me, but some of the rest of y'all, if any of my boys for her sisters, y'all give me a run for my money when it come down to me and titles. Yes, I'm big on titles, but it's the reverence and the respect for titles, not that I'm after it, but I respect and I value whatever title it is that you have. And so in her not having a name, I zeroed in on the fact that when she was identified, God identified her as daughter.
Yeah.
Y'all, I have not let go of that. Yes. And that was like a year or two ago. I have not let go of it. Right. It has become a whole thing for me, because it's like no matter what anybody else calls you, there's nothing greater than being called the daughter of God. Exactly. And, you know, we've heard that even, oh, I'm a child of God. I'm the daughter. Do you know how good fathers treat their daughters? That's right. Like, that is like the apple of his eye, because I know I'm the apple of my I am the apple. But I tell my parents all the time, y'all don't have to tell them. I know I'm y'all favorite. But with God, it's like I'm his daughter. I'm his favorite. Forget what everybody else says. Exactly. Forget what everybody else says. Ain't nobody but me and him. You can be his favorite too when y'all in conversation. And so I never would have pulled that out if I had not been there that night. And when I say it has stuck with me, and I've had to pull on it again and again to say, even when others don't see value in you, even sometimes when you may not see your value in yourself, because sometimes the voice of people and their opinions, it starts to take root in you. But baby, I have to remind myself, daughter. That's not what God said. Daughter. So that, when I say, I definitely give credit to being in that Bible study for that. Oh yeah, I do. Well, y'all wasn't there. Y'all had to come. Yeah, you look. And we just to expound on that, like we did take a pause with that for a little bit, but and in revamping, because my sister, she has a lot. You know, my sister, she has a lot. Yeah. And now that I have picked up on my schedule, it's like, okay, where do we wanted to take it to another level, just trying to reach other people, more ladies, because we love the ladies that have come. Yeah. But we just wanted to reach more. How can we reach more? And you don't never want to stay in one place and say, okay, I'm good here. That's not what God wants for us. Exactly. What can we do? Exactly. How can we make this greater? That's the mindset that we were at. So it was like, okay, let's do a podcast. So that's the next step, and then it's just okay, let's come back together. Yeah. Come to Jesus moment and get that going. So so that's the next step for Bosses, Babes, and Bibles, is do a podcast. And not to negate just, the interaction. If people want to come in, it could be a live podcast. I love it. Yeah. That's the plan. I love it. That is the plan. We're gonna hold them to that. Please hold us to it. Please. We're gonna hold them to that. We need y'all. Yes. Well, I'm excited about the next. Yeah. I am. I still have my mug. It's on display at work. Yes, I have a BBB mug. Yes, the shirt. I have the mug. It is at work on my shelf. I do not drink out of it because I don't want it messed up. I know that's right. So, but yeah, we're excited about you moving forward in that. Now, I'm gonna let y'all into a little secret that me and LaShay have, because we're talking about, women in ministry, women teaching the word. Yeah. We still together. Okay. I mean, sometimes I don't be knowing, because you be having engagements. You be having engagements and on flyers and stuff. I'm like, I have to send you that text, like, we still holding on. You still right. We still in this together. Right. We still in this together. I gotta add, during a time where a lot of pastors' wives, and this is not a knock, let me be clear, because for y'all that are called to preach the word of God, men and women, my God, my prayers are with you. Go for it. In a time where we have seen a lot of pastors' wives starting to preach or either go into co-pastoring and things of that nature, we just be encouraging each other, like, it's still me and you, right? Like, we the only two pastors left that ain't speaking. However, she's talking about me But she did a whole tag team with her husband.
I did. Did I do a tag team?
Yes, it was Valentine's Day.
Oh my goodness.
And we were getting ready for service.
Oh
and
my God.
Pastor said, my husband said, hey, you know, LaShay in the pulpit. I'm like, she gonna preach. Oh, she didn't tell me I'd have been there.
You know that I was caught.
Oh my God.
Caught off guard. And I didn't even know the setting was gonna be like that. I'm like, oh, so you got me. Oh. You got me in the pulpit. But anyway.
I stopped. I was standing there like, she get ready to preach. I'm not there. I was like, oh, but I still had jokes. I
know.
I was like, oh, so she's going to a call. Like, but I ate that.
Right.
Last year at her church, I ate that. I was at another service,
giving words,
and I was encouraging. I'm gonna always
exalting and everything.
I'm gonna always have something to say about. Y'all like right? Something I always say about, and two, my fellow pastors' wives. Yes. I'm gonna always. Absolutely. But I just get excited and passionate when I talk to them. And see, we was talking about
do you?
I was talking about daughter then too. That's really, so technically this goes back to her. If I wasn't at the Bible study, I never would have pulled that out.
Right.
Hence the organ tuning up. But I just want to stop and say, Pastor Timmons, I call him my good elder. He's on there. Him and my husband were not right. Up there coaching along and all of that good stuff, doing like the preacher rock and stuff. And I'm saying, I wasn't preaching, I was just talking. I was just talking to my sister. Like it wasn't a message.
Won't they do that to you? Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then see, they like they ain't doing that. That's all right. I got a picture of them looking like two old apostolic bishops. Bless them, Lord. Bless them. But we are still holding on as one of the few pastors' wives.
Yeah.
That are not preachers.
Yeah. Hold on.
We are holding.
How long are you holding on?
How long? I just host.
Okay.
I'll host.
Okay.
Yeah, I host. That's
right.
And continue to go to Bible study.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. Yep. Let's do it.
So
let's do it.
Going back to pastor's wife, one of the things that I have deemed you as, not just on my own, but even others have said it, is she is definitely a fashionista. Definitely. This is not something that she said, but she is. I remember, I'm trying to think which outfit it was. There's so many. If you have not followed her, make sure y'all go and find her on Facebook with LaShay Timmons. There are different looks that I have literally named, like she reminds me of this person or that person. Yeah. My favorite is the light blue. It's the fit and flare with the silver.
I know what you're talking about.
It is given Pastor Angelique Simmons.
And I think you commented that.
Yes, it is given Pastor Angelique Simmons. Like,
oh my God.
Oh, it's she's a whole vibe when it comes down to her attire. And when I say and has bailed me out.
Listen, you have to. Let me say that. You have.
We have occasions and I'm like,
all right, listen.
I don't have no necklace. I ain't got no hat. Like, oh man, poor Pastor Timmons come in. He like, oh, there you go. I'm like, I was like, make sure you get this back.
Make sure you get this to Danielle. Find her.
Exactly. Make sure you see me after service so I can give this back to her. Like 1 year, it was our pastor's anniversary, and I ain't gonna go too deep into it because I'm still a little salty about it because somebody messed up my outfit. I had a whole hat made for a specific outfit, and I just asked them to add something to the outfit, and they didn't. You can't mess up the pastor's wife outfit, not on pastor's anniversary.
No,
any other service.
Exactly.
But anniversary, installations, ordinations, you can't mess up. Well, I had to get a last minute outfit, last minute hat. I was like, I have no jewelry. But in comes
I got you.
She was like, oh yeah, I think I called you like the morning of. And it's like, oh, it's last minute, but I need help. But if she's had it, I've had it.
Exactly.
Yeah, like if she's had it, I've had it. And even down to resurrection, you can't play on resurrection Sunday. I was like, I don't have a black.
I got you.
Let me call honey. I told her, your hat's still in here. I made sure I did not take it home too, because I said if it make it home, it's gonna go on one of the mannequin heads. Right. And then when she said, you still got my black hat? So I left it in pastor's bathroom, and it stayed there for months. And I was like, she wants me to have it. I know. She wants me to. So let's talk about your fashion, like we can take it in degrees, because there's a shoe. I'm not a shoe girl, but this one and her shoes, shoes, jewelry, hats, and just attire, period. So what would you say your inspiration, or who is your inspiration?
I don't even know if I have like a real inspiration. Like, I just see things. If I see it, I'm like, okay, I can piece stuff together.
Gotcha.
I'm a piece together type of girl. You give me one thing and I'm gonna find it. And also, like, because now we're in the era where everybody is, they don't come up with their own ideas. They have stylists, and, so I'm like, so if you look at somebody's outfit, it's like, oh, you didn't come up with that. Somebody styled you. That's not you. If I had the money, I'd have somebody style me too. But I mean, I'm more or less like an IG girl. I look on there if I see a style or see a certain person dressed in a certain way. Okay, I like that, and I'll piece different items together, like different things, and I put them together like that. And I will say Vivian Jacobs. Now and I don't know if somebody dresses her, but she dresses. She has a little style with her, it's a hit and miss sometimes, but sis can dress,
It is. Yes, and I have seen who her not stylist, what is it called? Her seamstress.
Oh, okay.
But when the outfits are put up, they don't have her name on it. Right. Like this person normally when they post stuff.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, prior to, but they'll put somebody else's name on it. Yeah, I peeped that. And I always thought, I don't think that's good to put somebody's name, especially the pastor's wife.
Yeah.
It's like you're showing it before she
wears it. Yeah, that's a no. Don't put my outfit up to stop.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let me post first.
Speaking of stylists, you have been featured.
I know.
Yes.
Unbeknownst to me.
She has been featured. She is not just one who knows how to dress, will dress, put it together, but has also been featured with one of the, Milners? Not sure. I can't remember where he's from, but I was looking at like a reel. I said, wait, and it was in my favorite outfit, y'all.
It was in that outfit.
Yeah, and I said, oh, look at her. Look, Angela. But I gonna put that on you because she preached.
Listen, no.
She preached.
I'll take the fashion.
So how did that feel when you found out? Well, when you found out.
Yeah, it was. I actually one of the members. He went to church. He's a part of our organization. He had messaged me and told me, like, he had tagged me into it. I'm like, what? I was not aware of that, but yeah. And I want to say somebody in our church, in our organization, they had did that particular video and posted it on either TikTok or YouTube. So I'm thinking that's how they merged it together. But I'm like, okay.
I'm sure they'll be like that. Now I heard a season First Lady. Well, she's a legacy lady. Legacy ladies are the pastors' wives that have been doing this 30 plus years, and we admire them. But because it wasn't a nice comment she made, I won't say who she is, but I back her on it. Someone asked about an outfit that she had on. She refused to tell them where she got it from. Are you like that?
I'm not like that.
Really?
I'm not, because I like to share. Because I want you to share with me. Because if I see something I like, I need, and I be looking for the tags. Let me tell you, who did this? Because I promise I'm not gonna mock you. Yeah. I just want to know, like, I need a good seamstress, or I need to know where I can get certain items.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't know.
Absolutely.
No. I wouldn't dare do that. No. And why are we like that? Why are we gatekeeping?
Why am I like that? Why am I like that?
Well, because I'm the baby. Look, that's no excuse. I know, right? We're gonna have to release you from that that spirit. Oh, Lord have mercy. You're not gonna share.
No, I'll share with you. I'll share, and they know. Oh, invoice for her. Yeah. Oh, I'm dropping it. And we do. Is it fact check? Is that it? Fact check? We do actually put it in there. Like, we'll ask, has anybody used this person before?
Yeah, we need to know.
So even down to those that are out there that are getting into these businesses, make sure that y'all are on the up and up, because we are definitely asking one another, hey, have you used this person?
Yeah.
And I have had to tell people, no, don't use them.
And I found it, like, now that these professional, like, it's hard to find a good.
It is.
Without all these little, they
hiccups.
Yeah.
I unfortunately ran into, and I'm gonna censor the way I say this because I don't want to be judged. But I felt what is the word? Vindicated, I guess is the word. There was an individual that was a milliner, and they did a drawing for a hat. And I won the drawing. And then they ghosted me. So I never got my hat and I never got my money back. That person died the next year. And I was just like, But here's the part. I said, God has a way. And I'm not saying God killed a person for me. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what.
Help us, Jesus.
It's you behind that camera laughing, though. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it pays to do right by people. Those shoes are so cute. But it pays to do right by people. But yes, I bought my little ticket. I was so excited. And this was for Resurrection Sunday. And it was white and like gold or something like that. Ghosted me, so I was like, it's okay. I was like, Lord, they must have needed that money more than I did. And so I just unfollowed them and everything. Well, then somebody was it's a known artist. Their choir was singing at a funeral, and I followed the choir, and I was like, oh wow. And then I said the name looks familiar, but I just kept going on about my business. Then I looked again.
I know exactly.
This is what we said. We talk. We talk. And this is not just me and her. This is not a Winston-Salem triad, North Carolina. No, we got sisters all over.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if Lady Tiff is on from Arkansas, but me and Lady Tiff, we had to come to Jesus about a meal too. Like, we're not gonna use them no more. But yeah, it pays, to have good business. Because my thing is, at least even in your passing, however the person passed, at least I would have had something positive to add. Like, so many people had so many good things to say. They had their work on display. And I said, well, I would have loved to have had his work on display too. But I didn't have any. Or my money.
And that's so disappointing.
It is so disappointing. But I'm so glad too that I wasn't like ugly and you know,
right,
being ungodly towards the person. Because then, you know, when I went back and I looked at our messages just to make sure that was the person, the last message I had sent was not sure what happened, but bless you, maybe we can work together later.
Right.
And they never responded. So, you know, it pays to do good business with people because people do share.
That's right. That's true.
She shares. I don't share. Okay, so I want to run down because I'm into church fashion. I love to see it. I definitely love a good hat. If I was thinking about it, because we're apostolic girls, I would have brought not fascinated chapel bells.
Oh yeah.
I love a good
chapel bell.
My cousin had on a cute one yesterday.
Did she?
Yeah, she had on a black one.
Oh, she did. She really did.
Oh, it was so cute.
Yes, I don't wear chapel bell.
So my cousin linked me up again. We're talking about, you know, when you do good business, we're able to pass your name along. She told me about a guy. I'll make sure I link you up with him. Okay. He does chapel bells. Because, Lord, my mama want one so bad. She don't want them long ones. But she'll still wear them old school ones.
Oh, yeah, the little circle with the little lace. I get it. My mama did too. She does.
Mom said, I always like those. I said,
she got several in the car.
Just the long. She keeps them in the car.
She keeps them in the little armrest.
Mother Cannon. We love Mama. We love Mama
Mama
Cannon.
is saved, okay? She's not leaving.
She is
make sure she have
She is super saved.
Yes.
And I don't think I have ever seen her in pants.
Really? And this is a small, I don't know what you call it when it's you throwing out a plug, a small. She's about to become a mother. She's going to be appointed a mother November the 17th, I believe.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna be a church mother.
A whole church mother. Yes.
I love it.
Shameless
They're having
plug.
a ceremony.
Yeah, they're having a ceremony.
Mama can't.
They are.
I had to check my calendar. I'm trying to be
yes.
for this.
Yes. I will make sure that date is correct, Violet. It's definitely I want to say it's 17.
Oh my God. Congratulations, Mama Ken.
Yes. Mama saved, okay?
And I love a good church mother, too. I love, when I say love a good church mother, because growing up in church, like, my husband often says, you know, I wasn't looking at superheroes.
Yeah.
Saying I want to be like this. I want to be like the deacon, you know, on the front row.
Because that's all we saw.
That is all we saw.
Yeah.
And, you know, now at our age, we're not on mother status.
Right.
We ain't on mother status yet, even though sometimes my approach can be church mother-ish, not motherly.
Right.
Church mother-ish.
Right.
But I love a good church mother. Oh, I cannot wait. This is good.
Yes.
This is
the wisdom.
Good.
Oh my God.
So much.
Yeah.
And I think I saw they were at a retreat. Was it a retreat? They were at
CRT, actually. They had a women's retreat. They do it every other year.
I love it. Shout out to CRT. I am a CRT baby. I was born into CRT.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it.
Bishop Lily David.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I was there. Look, I tell people all the time, I wasn't there long. I was there until like as a toddler, from baby to a toddler. But I remember being at CRT, and I used to think that there was thunder in the church because when they would line the aisles and they would clap, it sounded like thunder in the church.
Yes.
So I often credit my being raised at CRT, being birthed at CRT, for the beginning of my love for music, and just the whole church experience.
They're musically inclined. Everybody there.
Girl,
everybody there. Yeah.
Everybody, like, I remember as a child, Miss Lindsay jumping off the organ shouting and somebody was sliding right on. Like they did not miss a beat.
Oh my God, no.
But even to have a female organist.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
And she's still good.
She's
oh my
still.
God.
Yes.
I just want to say all her children are like
musically inclined.
Yeah.
I know Corey plays the bass.
Yeah.
I think she has two sons that plays the drums, I think.
Yeah, Champ plays the piano sometimes.
See.
Yeah, they do everything.
It's a whole like just a whole musical empire. So definitely love them. Love them to pieces.
Absolutely. It's family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Every now and again I will pop up, but I always sit in the back. I always have on something on my head. I think one time we had dress down service here, and I just put like a little fedora on.
Right. Like you feel like you got to, right?
Exactly. I feel because here's the thing.
Yeah.
It may not be the custom of my house,
right?
But I'm big on respecting the custom of somebody else's house.
Thank you.
It's not gonna do nothing to hurt me.
We lost that. A lot of people have lost. They don't understand that concept. It's like, okay, yeah, this is not what you're accustomed to.
That's right.
But if you're gonna come in this case, just for instance, if you come into my house and I say, okay, you can't come in with no shoes on.
That's right.
Don't come. You can't come.
That's right. Don't fight me on it.
Right.
You have a choice.
Or don't come.
Exactly.
Just don't come.
Don't come. That is it. I'm so big on like
respect. I am too.
for the custom of the house.
Exactly.
And if you don't like it, don't come.
Mm-hmm.
They still gonna have church.
That's right.
With or without you.
I promise.
That is it. They still gonna do it. Yep. So, getting back to fashion, what is your go-to? What is your go-to? I know that's loaded because it's got to be an occasion. So let's say, what is your go-to for just a Sunday morning at your church? And then what is your go-to coming to support somebody else?
Go-to all the time is black. Really? Yeah, because black is always going to give class and elegance, and you can never go wrong with black.
Gotcha.
And that's my. I have plenty of black outfits. For that purpose. Yeah. But the go-to for that is always gonna be black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna go to. Okay. For that purpose.
And you can never go wrong with it.
You can't go wrong with it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't care like what the occasion is, except for it calls for white or anything like that. But black all day long.
Gotcha. I just learned recently because I feel like somebody needs to write a manual for this because this comes up every time there is a special service, installation, ordination, funeral. Like, what is the pastor's wife supposed to be wearing? And can we make a manual, even if it's by denomination?
Please.
Because I'm always a protocol for us. Y'all got protocol for the preachers,
right? And let me tell you this. Now, recently, last convocation, council and convocation, our pastor protocol, he has been like really big on this. When he posts like the attire for the ministers and the whatever position you have, he always includes the first lady. I'm like, thank you.
I love that.
Thank you, because I need to know.
Exactly. It's important.
Yeah. Exactly. And I need to know what's appropriate for which service. And I think the last convocation and council we had, it was so like we had our bishop became apostle. So these like important services. Yeah. I need to know what to wear. So I mean, I appreciate that.
Exactly.
Don't have us out here looking crazy.
Again, see how y'all be exclusive. We want to know.
We need to know.
We want to know. Y'all be coming in with your civic attire on, all of that in your choir dress.
Yeah, the choir dress, all that.
Castle and
casket.
Y'all know what that is.
It's a casket. Casket.
Oh, I was struggling with that thing. Struggling. But include the pastor's wives because a lot of us well, I won't say a lot of us. There are quite a few of us who want to know. And not only do we want to know, we want to be in uniform. Because is that not why y'all do it? So y'all can be in uniform? So you don't have to say, if you're a bishop's wife, you wear winter white. And if you're just a pastor's wife, you just wear bright white. Right. We're not saying that. Right. But even give us that choice. Because, I remember... I always got a story. But when he at first became a priest, I'm trying to think, were you there? It was a big funeral, but we were at a funeral, known amazing elder in the city. And I remember, I don't even know if you had been pastoring, if he had been pastoring a year yet, if my husband had been pastoring a year and a man passed away. And so we was like, we were going to go. I ain't going to say what organization we was in, but they didn't communicate. I think he had on like a brown suit. No one said anything. I rolled up in there with peach on. All the pastors' wives over there to the left in white. All the clergy was in their clergy attire. And then somebody who was ushering recognized us and was like, do you want to sit? Do it look like I want to sit with them? And I got on peach.
That happened to me on convocation.
Really?
I came there, did not know that the colors were white. Me and another first lady, we walked in with red. I had red on. No, I had, what I wear?
You had on yellow.
I had yellow, she had red. We looking like ketchup and mustard. Like,
no!
I'm like, and they all white.
Wait, you got mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard.
Yeah, I'm like,
no.
And they're like, y'all want to sit? I'm like, I'm out of order.
Yeah.
Please don't, no.
Yeah.
I'm good over here.
You want to, it brings us together.
It does.
It brings us together. Yeah. And I know some people, they don't care. And some denominations, they don't put no emphasis on it. But make that clear to us.
Right.
Because don't have me coming in there.
Please don't.
Looking out.
Because I'm not going to follow suit.
Exactly. Then it's gonna be, well, you need to
cooperative.
Sit with,
yeah.
I'm sitting with you because I said regular. I look regular now. Like I look regular. Let me sit over here with regular.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I get it. I think that is so.
It's essential.
It's so important. Yeah. And if you do not have a organization that is into that, just having something that. It's like that golden rule. I'm trying to think how long ago this was. Someone passed, and I remember reaching out to a pastor. Oh, we went to Durham, and I reached out to a bishop's wife because this was a bishop that passed. And I'm like, oh no, my husband not a bishop. And so she was like, yeah, you should wear this or this. Especially if they haven't said. And I said, oh, okay. But I felt comfortable when I got there. Because I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. All the pastors' wives have on black. All the bishops' wives have on white. I'm so glad I didn't wear white.
Especially when it's that particular.
Exactly.
Let me know.
Exactly. So for those of you that are out there, make sure y'all put that on that phone.
Please.
When family members pass and stuff. Be mindful. We just want to be in order. That's it. We want to be in order. We ain't trying to be extra. We want to be in order.
That's all we need.
And be where we supposed to be, looking the way we supposed to be.
Right.
All right. So speaking of looking, hats.
Okay.
Preference, or not even preference. Rank them. Wide brim.
Okay.
Scully. Fascinator. None.
So as far as my go-to,
or your favorite.
My favorite, I love a good wide brim. Let me tell you, it has to fit the occasion though.
Okay.
And so if it's convocation, I always go bigger and better for me.
Gotcha.
Convocation. If it's I would say a funeral, it depends. The level, the rank of the person. But so I'll let me see. Let's go back to the rank. Yeah. You put it in order actually.
Okay.
So it would be wide brim. Then the Scully. Well, wide brim, scully, and fascinator. That would be my order. Gotcha. Yeah. But it definitely depends on the occasion.
Okay.
The occasion. Because sometimes I might pop out with a fascinator. It has to be, it depends on the fascinator.
Exactly. Because you can get a fascinator and people be like, that hat.
And that hat. Yeah.
That was a whole head net. Or
it's a head
my brother like to call it a whole bow red.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bow red.
Right. Bow red.
Right, it's a bow red?
Yeah.
A bow red. Okay. We're just going to go with it.
Right. Yeah. I would definitely, Well, I love a good wide brim. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Something that I am seeing, and I'm going to address it because it's come up in a lot of conversation with people, but it hasn't come up in conversations with pastors' wives, which I'm happy because I haven't seen none of my sisters do it.
Okay.
This whole movement of, one, bodycon dresses and church hats, and then two, my younger generation coming up behind us, our Gen Z, walking around looking older than us. And I was told that y'all, this is how it was said to me, y'all need to help them. I was like, well, I don't feel like I'm in a place to help nobody. Because, but y'all need to help them.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on church hats and bodycon dresses? They just don't go together.
They don't go.
Yeah.
And I'm now that you said it, I do see that a lot now. Is with the because I think it throws off of it's sending mixed messages. And bodycon is like, and here's another fashion tip for the ladies. It's a thin line between fitted and tight. Yeah. And so we can wear a good fitted dress, but you can't borderline that tightness, because when it gets too tight, it's like you're seeing everything, But fitted, I understand the tailored look. You want it to fit you, because I do that. I tend to go that route, but it's a very thin line, and sometimes, and that bodycon is like, it teeter-totters too much for me. Like,
it does. I have not seen so many navel holes through dresses. Like, navel holes. I'm like, we're trying to be holy. Y'all over here showing navel holes.
Right. And while we own it, a good undergarment is so important. Oh my
Now,
God.
we have someone in the city, and I don't know if she'll see this, but I'm just going to share it later. I'm going to share this snippet later to let her know that I'm coming. Pastor Bethany Heath. I remember she did a couple of lives, if I'm not mistaken, a few years back, where she was actually teaching on what garments to wear with what, where you can buy them, all of that. And I was like, oh man, but then I didn't see it anymore. So I said she could be doing it like in a private setting.
Okay.
We're going to be calling.
Oh yeah, we need those.
Because we need all navels.
Yeah.
Covered. Other things that start with an N, covered in the house.
Please.
All Jello in containers that aren't see-through. We need cottage cheese to continue to be in white containers so that we can't see. Like, but this is stuff we see in church.
If you don't know better, you won't do better. Because we need to know this stuff.
That is true.
Nobody wears slips anymore. Bring back the slip.
I love a good slip. Slip sometimes serve as a sweat catcher. for those that be working hard in ministry. Okay. Whether you up in front of people working or you in the pews and you work, you at the altar, baby. It keeps. It's that protector between your body and your dress or your shirt or your skirt. So Pastor Bethany Heath will be coming.
Teach us.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. That needs to be something that comes back. And she was so like, it was so good when she did that live. I was like, oh wow. I was like, she gonna keep doing this, right? Because we need to keep hearing this. We need to keep seeing this.
I'm serious.
Yeah. It's real.
Yeah.
So the other question was about these Gen Z and younger millennials.
Okay.
Because we're millennials.
Right.
But I'm on the latter end.
Okay.
On the latter end of a millennial. They look like they be shopping with my mom. And I'm saying,
I haven't. Have you seen?
Oh, never mind. I'll show it to you. Never mind.
I haven't seen them.
I did. So I saw this whole clip, and I'm not gonna be candid because I don't want it to come across as though I'm picking on someone. That's not it. But something my mom shared with me, because I had a fascination with hats. Literally all of my life I've had that fascination with hats. And she kept saying, Danielle, that's too old for you. And I'm like, no, it's not. Everybody else is wearing it. Okay. And all y'all gonna look old. And I'm saying, but I was like in my 20s.
Right.
And I'm shopping at like Burlington Coat Factory. Some of them hats that I had, I was like, I wouldn't wear them today, 20 years later. I would not. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what is age appropriate attire, like, you know, for somebody who wants to dress up, because I love the fact that they are dressing up.
Right.
Because I love that. And we have gotten, a lot of people got away from dressing up in church.
Yeah.
That's another topic that I will not touch. But a lot of people got away from it, but I enjoy seeing those of us who do still dress up for church. But making it age appropriate. Like one of the popular looks that I see a lot of people in of all ages is St. John. Love it. I think it's beautiful. It's definitely giving Jackie Kennedy inspired. However,
you gotta know which ones to get.
Sometimes it's like
it does. Vintage sometimes can be old, you know.
Right.
I mean, that's another thing. You have to have, like, you gotta know what to hit, because like I said, it can be a thin line between the two. Because sometimes you can get too old. Now I've seen some because I follow where I buy most of my vintage from. It's some things I'm like,
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, got the number in there.
Yeah,
yep, yeah. Look, I thought you was hearing to say it. I was like, but that's me. They're praying for me.
Yeah,
I don't want help. I like things.
But yeah, so I'm like, sometimes I'm like, it's a hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah.
So you have to really have and how do we help? How do we help those? It's like, because what they see in the stores are that's dated stuff, you know?
It is.
That stuff is dated, so how do we get them? Because that's what we want to see.
That's a good question.
We want to see that. I like that. I love that for you. So how do we go? How do we move them up in time?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mentioned to you a while back, and I come up with ideas, and then I just be like, okay, and go on to something else. But maybe bringing back, y'all remember old school church fashion shows?
That's a good idea.
Bringing back church fashion shows that shows church attire with and without hats, heels, flats, all of that. Because some of y'all.
So like a what not to wear.
Yes, what not to wear. Would it be your age, your the occasion?
Right.
Because the other thing is, just because someone wears a suit, a dress, a hat, doesn't mean you're trying to look like anything. Because I've heard that too. Yeah. Oh, you trying to look like a? No, I'm just wearing what I like.
Right.
Or that person's just wearing, what they like. They're not. There is no such thing, in my opinion, as a first lady look.
Yeah.
There's no such thing in my book as a a bishop's wife look like. I think there are just women who can dress.
Yeah.
And it don't matter who you married to. If you got it, you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't. Because there's hit or miss.
Yeah, it is. and let me say, you be dressing too. So
I be trying.
Don't throw it all on me because you do dress.
I be trying.
You do.
Trying. I be trying.
You being modest.
I be trying.
You're being modest.
But I have good people to look at, you know, and I look at you guys and I'm like, ooh, this is beautiful. Ooh, I love the way she did this. And the beautiful part about it is when you become real friends with people and not just Facebook friends, I don't have to buy it.
Yep. Can I borrow that? I know that's right.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Like, oh, can I hold that?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that might be something that I do need to get on, which is doing a church fashion show. Those what to do, what not to do based on your age, your age, your size, your the occasion, and then we can stick them garments in there too.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I think the problem is that they don't see it enough. So when the time comes that they want to dress or they want to put on something, they're going back to what they used to see or whatever. Yeah. If we were doing it more often, we could be that mirror for them. You know,
that's true.
But I definitely will hone in on the fashion show.
Yeah.
That's needed. We
gonna figure this out. I'm here to pull on everybody.
Yeah,
help me with this.
For real.
I love to plan stuff, but I don't want to be in nothing.
That's me.
That is the thing. I want to plan everything.
I have the idea, but I need someone to execute it.
Yep. I want to make it happen, but you're on your own. Hosting it. You on your own, being in it.
Right.
No, I just want to make all the calls, and then once my part is complete, I want to sit in the audience.
That's right.
But you can't. You gotta be up there, though. You gotta be up there. Right. Another person who has to be up there is your cousin, Brittany.
Yes, Brittany can dress too. Yes, she can.
Jesus.
She can.
And when I say I would have not known, I knew the look, but I never knew who the Milner was. Shelly McDowell.
Oh yeah.
I did not know who that was. Yes. It was because of her, because one of her, it was the black hat that she had and it was flipped up with the bow. And I said, oh my God, that is so pretty. Where did you get it? And when she said it, I was like, I don't know who that is. But then when I went and looked,
Shelly has good hats too.
I said, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. But those to me are like the, what do I want to call them? Those like the OGs of hats. Yeah. The Shellys and the Harriet. I got to. That's Harriet right there.
Yes, girl. And I think I did a Harriet for when Brennan became elder. I did a Harriet.
The black.
When I did, but I just bought the hat. I put the diamonds on it myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen a hat that I liked, and I was like, I don't think I want to pay that much for it.
Now, speaking of that, would you consider?
And I literally, and I know where you're going with that. Go ahead, finish your question.
Yeah, because not only does she put things together, but she makes things. During my, like when I say my heavy flower days, I was a skirt, cardigan, and flower girl. And
you can't be in business.
I was coming up with
earrings, girl.
Earrings and flowers.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Oh yeah.
And I have thought about it because someone else, now that you said it, someone else recently asked me, "You gonna go next?" I'm like, I don't know. And you know, some things are with the season.
Yeah.
Because the flower, they have their seasons. And it's slowly coming. You know, it'll come in and out, But I don't know. I do now. The creative part of me, I want to like dabble in some of that stuff. And the hat thing. I really, because that would save me so much money. It would save us both of us. Both so much money.
Oh my God! Yeah, that reminds me. Wait a minute, put a pin there. Did you see the two-part hat sale this weekend?
I meant
Mad Hatter. Did
you tag me into that?
It was late at night when I saw it. I think I was half asleep, but the part I did see was first starting at 2:33, and I said,
"Oh my God!"
And now I'm just remembering it. We've been trying
to get
to one of them
anybody out there.
Like y'all should come together, take up an offer.
Right.
We'll share it.
Right. We just need one or two.
We just need one or two. Yes.
We will recycle.
Yes. If we can just get a black and a white or a white, like let me get one of those. Yeah. And then we'll share it.
Yeah.
We'll shout you out though. Endorsement. We need an endorsement.
We've been wanting that for a long time.
We have. And you know what? The thing is, we gonna end up ordering it at the same time.
Right.
Like, girl, look what we got. He's like, oh, we got it too.
We finally got it. Oh my God.
I'm waiting on somebody to do it on Afterpay.
Yeah.
If they do Afterpay,
yes.
Oh, I forgot you. It's okay. The Lord make it rich and addeth no sorrow to it. The blessings of the Lord. That's gonna bless us.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna bless us.
Exactly.
It's gonna be our year. We're gonna get it.
2025.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. And y'all gonna help us. I need a cash app. Y'all need to put that. Don't y'all want to see us get it? Oh my God. Okay. So there's a possibility that you may be looking.
I am thinking about it. I have been thinking about it, especially if not that, or that and sewing. I've been trying to get back into that as well. So it's good seamstress is hard to find, ain't it? Like I have idea what I want.
Yeah.
I just need somebody to execute it, and I cannot find a good person, a dependable person.
Dependable
because it's.
I can see your eyes. I have not seen your eyes the whole time. I know exactly. And yes, I'm going there. But go ahead. I will not have anybody else messed up on my watch.
I know that's right.
No, ma'am.
You know, did you tell me about it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to do right by people. And when it comes down to church people and their attire,
please.
That is important.
Exactly. Don't have me, because the one thing I hate, my pet peeve, if I've given you a deposit, if I've given you money, please correspond with me.
That's it.
Don't have me double texting you.
Girl,
don't have me. I just no.
Don't ghost me.
Please don't ghost me.
Because I was not hesitant when I gave my money.
Yeah.
And now you hesitant.
Yeah. That's a good way to get me. A good way.
You know.
To have me go off.
Right. I have had not one but two experiences with two seamstresses in the area. Well, before I go there, let me just say, she's not watching. I know she's not, but she's going to catch this later. She probably has something to say. My mother is a seamstress. Her mother was a seamstress.
Okay.
So my grandmother made clothes. She made curtains. She made hats. I didn't learn until later in life that she made hats. I was like, sis, before you decided to take the good glory train, you should have at least gave me something. Like, I missed all of that. But so I know what to look for.
Right.
Like my mom and my grandmother used to make her own patterns.
Okay.
Like she would take newspaper.
Really?
And make her pattern. If she had something she wanted made and she couldn't go to then Peace Goods.
Oh, Peace Goods. Lord.
I remember the way that place smelled. With the little short pencil and you had to write down the little
Yeah. Oh my God.
Girl, I used to go down there with my grandmother and my mom and be flipping through those books looking for patterns.
Oh my goodness.
She would create her own patterns, and once my grandmother passed, then my mom, I love my mama, and she does an amazing job. But my mama's fashion and my fashion are two different things. And if it's something she don't like, she ain't gonna do it. She's not gonna like. Like I can come to her with a picture and be like, "Mama, this is what I want, and here's the material." She's like, "Oh, I can do that." That is not gonna look right on you. Or she'll be like, "Damn, that is ugly." Mama, but it's in fashion.
I can see it.
And she, I mean, with a straight face. Yeah, that is ugly. And I say, well, Mama, see, this is the person, and the person in the picture don't look good in it. Honey, she got on Facebook one day. She only been on there for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Right.
And I commented on a hat on the designer's page, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this. Danielle, please, that is ugly. I said, hey, anybody there with you? Like, is anybody there with you other than my dad? Like, I was like, Lord, please let one of my nephews, my sisters, somebody stop by and take her phone. Yes. Commented under my comment on the designer's page.
My God.
I was like, you gotta delete that, Mama. They can see it. Well, they need to know it's ugly. After that, I said, you never
hilarious.
Need to get on Facebook again. I commented to you. Everybody can see comments. Okay? So that everybody can see comments. She said, this is ugly. And on the phone, she was not remorseful. It is ugly. And you have to lying to the man. Talking about it's nice. It is not. Okay, sis. All right. But hilarious. I would love, like, she has bailed me out when a seamstress has messed up a couple of garments.
Okay.
My mama has had to bail me out and like fix stuff. And she, why didn't you just bring it? Because you was gonna be in here talking about whether you like it or not. Right. I'm trying to get something done. Right. You know, but do what I asked her to commentary. I wouldn't be looking for one, but no. And then when she does work for you, she wants you to sit with her. Oh. Yeah, like you can't drop it off and leave. Okay. Oh no, she don't call me, but I need you to try this on. You just did the same. You can call me for.
So she went every step.
Every step. She has. We just call her to like take stuff in or hem pants or stuff. Right. But one,
not a whole.
No.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, we don't, because when I say she is so like particular, but it be right. Mm-hmm. Don't nothing come apart.
See, I appreciate that.
But you gonna sit there with her, bring you breakfast, lunch.
She's like, I ain't doing this by myself. Y'all gotta stay here.
And then she'll say, and bring that country ham biscuit. Where the hell country ham at, Mom? Don't worry about it. I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Oh my God. Well, I know as a wife, as a mom, as a Bible study extraordinaire and entrepreneur and student, all of the things that you are, and a leading lady on top of all of that.
Sounds exhausting. But
Don't it?
Oh my God, the list goes on.
Don't it? It is a list and a half. But I have enjoyed having this conversation recorded with you. One thing I am trying to do more of is just documentation. Okay. We never know where we're going to be in life.
That's right.
And I'm very big on at least giving a reference point. Right. So, you know,
accountable.
Exactly. Be like, okay, so if you remember last year,
it was like, I did say that, didn't I?
Yes. Yes. And when my brother is this traveling evangelist, and then you are then the Vivian Jacobs that people are looking up to. It's like, y'all, she been doing this for a long time. Like, this isn't new. You know, because sometimes people say, oh, well, you're just dressing like that, or you're just doing it because of where you are now. Right. She ain't new to it.
They do that, don't they? Why do we do that?
I don't know.
My God.
I don't know. But she's not new to it. She's true to it.
I appreciate it.
So the Apostolic Lady. Yeah. The Apostolic Lady. It's good to see how even we've evolved. Right. And but not losing the core.
Oh my God, yeah.
The core of it, going back to what you said in the beginning, being saved, being baptized at 8 and being filled with the Holy Ghost at 10, and being able to pass that along.
Yes.
Not just to your daughter, but also to all of the women that you're going to come in contact with. And even though growing up, you may not have seen a woman who was teaching or talking, you're in a place now where you're able to be that one that little girl won't have to repeat your story. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, think about it.
Girl, I did. I was like, there's going to be a little girl who's going to grow up.
Yeah.
And she's going to be like, oh yeah, Lady Timmons, I remember she was, teaching such and such, and I was inspired, you know, and you just never know who's watching you.
That's so
from
true.
up close
That's
and even
true.
from afar.
That is so true.
So and I won't just say young, because I don't think you're ever at an age where you stop learning.
Right.
And even at an age where you are not inspired. So what would you say as a way of us heading out this evening? What is something that you would say to a apostolic lady?
I would say, first, give yourself some grace, because it's hard. It's hard, first of all, being a woman.
Yeah.
But then trying to keep the standard is hard sometimes, because you, like you said, you have so many people looking at you and making, because they're looking to see if you're going to do it right all the time. But give yourself grace, because we're not perfect, first of all, So, and just continue to remain teachable, because sometimes we feel like we know it all and we're like, oh, I got this. Remain teachable and be humble in this thing, because it's easy to get, okay, you get a little bit of status, or you get a position, or you get a title. We get up there and we think like we got it all together, but remain humble in this thing, because we can come down anytime, God has a way, and I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it.
Yeah.
He will humble you. So definitely just remaining humble, and just I'm in a season now in my life where I'm like I don't allow a lot of things to bother me, and I'm getting to this point now that I'm like I'm trying to think of the word I want to use nicely. I'm gonna keep the unbothered. I'm very unbothered, because first of all, my time is valuable, so I don't allow a lot of small things to worry me, to bother me, and going into the clinical part and the mental health part and dealing with mental health is so easy. We can get mental health is serious, okay? And I'm learning now that not to let anxiety and stress and all the things that I cannot change take me out of character, and focusing on what's important. So that's what I would tell anyone. Just prioritize boundaries. All that is so important. You have to have boundaries, otherwise you would drive yourself crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I would tell a young lady. Do it your way, and even a first lady, because coming in this thing, I'm like, oh, such and such did it this way, or I see other people doing it. I'm learning my own way. Yeah. What works for me? Yeah. What works for LaShay? And doing it that way, and not being unapologetic about it. I don't care what y'all say, I'm doing my way. Exactly. And I've learned that from my good sis too. You've encouraged me a lot, so. You do. You really do. You do it your way, and you y'all get with the program. And they follow suit, they get it. And you leading us, and you are, so. Yeah. I know. We love you too.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank y'all so much for jumping in with us this evening. This has been amazing.
It has.
But you gotta go because I gotta be able to drop names now. But this is Voice for Her, and you have just heard the voice of Lady LaShay Timmons. Have a good evening.
Bye, y'all.